So we are back in action this evening in the Scottish Cup as we look to get back to winning ways, but we are also in the midst of the transfer window. We will discuss the build-up to game and some transfer news whilst also going over the massive Kasper Schmeichal news. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Luis Palma celebrated his 25th birthday yesterday, and Celtic marked the occasion with a thoughtful and touching gesture for the Honduran winger, who has been going through an emotional period. The club presented Palma with a framed collection of photographs. Among the photos were images of his late grandparents, his gran, who recently passed away, and his granddad, who passed just last week. The loss of his grandfather had ruled Palma out of Celtic's trip to Ross County. The gesture also included pictures of Palma's partner and family, and one of him proudly wearing the Celtic shirt. It was a classy gesture from the club that he shared on his Instagram story. The birthday celebration comes just days after Palma saw a proposed loan move to La Liga C de Rayo Vallecano collapse due to a transfer ban imposed on the Spanish club by FIFA. The winger had been close to finalising a temporary switch with an option to buy, but the deal fell apart due to Rayo's ongoing issues. As Palma turns 25, he will now look to refocus on his football with Celtic and make a greater impact for the team in the weeks and months ahead. And with the support of the club and fans, Palma can channel this period of reflection into a positive chapter in his career. It's a classy gesture from Celtic, and one that will undoubtedly mean a lot to Luis Palma during this challenging time. Now, for the main story, Kasper Schmeichal has refused to be drawn on speculation about his long-term future at Celtic, insisting his focus remains solely on the present. The Danish goalkeeper joined the Scottish champions last summer on a free transfer, signing a one-year deal with the option for an additional year. The 38-year-old was brought in as the successor to Joe Hart, who had 3 brilliant years at the Hoops. Since arriving at Parkhead, Schmeichal has impressed with his shot-stopping ability and leadership, quickly becoming a fan favourite. However, with his contract set to expire at the end of the season, questions have already arisen about whether the veteran stopper will extend his stay in Glasgow. When asked about his long-term plans, Schmeichal said, one thing at a time, he said. Like I say, I've never been the type of guy that's going to sit here and say, I want to do this, I want to do that. Again, I'm old enough and experienced enough to know that the next game is the most important, so that's it. Schmeichal's arrival brought an air of stability to the Celtic defence, particularly during a period of transition as Brendan Rodgers looked to take the club to the next level. His wealth of experience, honed through years in the Premier League and on the international stage, has been invaluable as the Hoops juggle domestic ambitions with a gruelling Champions League campaign. The Danes' performances have not only steadied the ship, but have also led to calls from fans for Celtic to activate the option for a second year in his deal. Schmeichal himself, however, appears to be taking it all in stride, focusing on the here and now rather than making any bold declarations about his future. In other news, Celtic will face Premiership rivals Kilmarnock tonight in the Scottish Cup 4th round tie at Celtic Park. Brendan Rodgers will be looking for a quick response from his team after the 3-3 draw away to Dundee on Tuesday night. The Parkhead club will be looking to secure a place in the Scottish Cup 5th round. Here is everything you need to know. The Hoops continue their Scottish Cup campaign at Celtic Park, with the game scheduled to kick off at 17:30. The game is being shown live on Premier Sports 2. Celtic TV will also be available to fans outside of the UK and Ireland. Nick Walsh will be in charge of things on the pitch and will be assisted by Graham Stewart and Callum Spence as the linesmen. Stephen McLean is in charge of VAR with Gary Hilland assisting him on monitor duty. Dyson Maeda looks set to return for this one, but the Hoops will be without James Forrest still. Kuhn could make his return to the starting lineup after coming on as a substitute during the 3-3 draw to Dundee. The Hoops have recorded 3 wins out of the last 5 matches against Kilmarnock, scoring 11 goals in their last 3 games. Nicholas Kuhn has scored twice in his last 2 games against the Ayrshire side. In other news, the 5th round draw of the Men's Scottish Cup will take place live on Premier Sports TV following the conclusion of the Dundee versus Dundee United clash on Monday night. Fans can also tune in to watch the draw unfold via Premier Sports' social media channels. With several thrilling ties already in the 4th round, teams across the country will be eager to learn their fate as the competition narrows and the road to Hampden becomes clearer. The match between Dundee and Dundee United will bring the fourth round action to a close before the draw takes centre stage. Both teams will be hoping to book their place in the last 16, alongside the likes of Celtic, who secured their progression after a comfortable victory over Kilmarnock at Celtic Park tonight. The 17:30 kickoff will give Celtic the chance to get back to winning ways, with Dundee holding Brendan Rodgers' side to a 3-3 draw on Tuesday night. In other news, transfer discussions involving Celtic left-back Alex Varley, Barcelona, and Italian side Como. Varley, who is on loan at Celtic from Barcelona, could see his time in Glasgow cut short, with the Spanish giants reportedly open to allowing the 20-year-old to switch to Serie B, where he would join Cesc Fabregas's Como. However, Celtic news can reveal a key sticking point. Celtic must agree to terminate Varley's current loan deal. This decision places Celtic in a challenging position, especially with just 2 fixtures remaining in their Champions League group stage campaign. Should Varley leave, Greg Taylor would be the only natural left-back available in the squad, leaving the Hoops short in a crucial position as they prepare for pivotal matches against Young Boys at home and Aston Villa away. Compounding the issue, UEFA regulations mean Celtic would be unable to replace Varley in their European squad until the tournament's next phase, should they qualify. The Barker boy signed for Celtic during the summer transfer window as part of a loan deal designed to give him regular first-team football, but recent speculation about the potential return of Kieran Tierney has cast uncertainty over his future at the club. Tierney, a fan favourite from his previous spell at Parkhead, would provide an experienced option at left-back should a move materialise, which we expect it to. The timing of any potential departure will be critical. Celtic must decide whether to let Varley leave ahead of the final Champions League group fixture on January 29th, or hold on to the Spaniard to ensure sufficient depth in the squad during this crucial stretch of the season. Lastly, Celtic's reported interest in Lazio winger Gustav Isaksson has hit a potential stumbling block, with Italian media highlighting the financial implications for the player if he leaves Serie A for Scotland. The Danish international has struggled for regular game time in Rome, leading to speculation over a January move. However, reports in Corriere dello Sport indicate that while Celtic remain keen on the 23-year-old, Isaksson is reluctant to leave Italy due to tax advantages he would lose by moving abroad. The primary issue for Isaksson lies in the Italian tax system. Italy's growth decree, which offers substantial tax advantages to foreign players, is still applicable to Isaksson, having arrived in Serie A in August 2023. The decree allows players to pay reduced tax on 50% of their earnings if they stay in Italy for at least 2 years. If Isaksson were to move to Celtic, or any club outside Italy, he would lose these benefits and face a higher tax burden, potentially impacting his earnings significantly. This financial disincentive could be a key factor in his reported reluctance to entertain a move away from Lazio. Brendan Rodgers' side was linked with Isaksson during the summer transfer window, but failed to secure his signature as he opted to stay at Lazio. Now Celtic are reportedly back in the hunt, seeking to bolster their attacking options for the second half of the campaign. The Scottish champions face competition, with an unnamed club also tabling a loan offer that includes an option to buy. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comment section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you.